So welcome everybody. Welcome to the Hot Song Podcast. The topic this evening is life purpose confusion. It's April the 10th, 2025. So why did I pick this? It's because I find that we're in a transition time. And so which means that our life purpose may have changed somewhat since we are moving into a very new energy state now. We maybe not all of us are transitioning to the new energy all at once. However, we are gradually moving our way there. So because of that, I would say it's likely that some of us, maybe all of us, but at the very least, some of us, our life purpose would be shifting as well. It may not be the same as before. Let's say if your life purpose before was to, let's say, be a very successful entrepreneur, then in the new energy, it may be something different. Maybe you're being asked to, let's say, be working with children. So it could be as drastic as that, or it may be something that is in the same strain. Perhaps you are going to be a teacher, how to teach other people to be more be more entrepreneurial. So, but in some ways that our life purpose is going to shift. And usually our life purpose for each lifetime does not really shift very much. It like rarely it would shift. However, because of this shift of energies, it's not just a fine tuning. It's really a very dramatic change. That's why you can see on the world stage, things are kind of going crazy because one um part of the old system is crumbling, is playing out as last days, and then new systems are being worked at in the background sometimes, and sometimes not. It's quite upfront and center. So that's why I want to talk about this. It's because our life purpose is going to shift somewhat. So it may be a good idea to tune in to see whether there's any changes, or maybe there is, maybe there isn't. So it's always good to tune in. And also how to talk about how do we tune in to find out, what our life purpose actually is. So because a lot of the times we're so busy with life that we don't really hear something that is in the background, because usually it's the life purpose is like life is kind of intense on earth, so we don't always have a chance to think of something that is life like life purpose. We just trying our best to survive a lot of the times. So these are, I wouldn't say they are lofty. I would say they are meaningful. However, first thing first, we want to make sure that we are dealing with the daily living things first before we kind of look at things that are less front and center in terms of keeping us alive. So that's why I want to talk a little bit about this. And also, just to restate the purpose, because I've been doing group healings with all of you for, I would say, 2 months now, no, around 2 months. So I just want to restate again why I'm doing this. First thing is because our soul is actually very powerful. And And so all these group healings is actually assisting all of you to access that for yourself, so that it's actually easier for us to get to open the eighth eye or ninth eye, because those are much higher frequencies than our daily lives. And when we do it in a group setting, it's easier for us because there is more energy and more power, and because we and in a group, even a group that is not too big, like ours is not a big group at all. However, even when there is just like a few people coming together, like when our intentions come together, it actually is always going to be bigger than just ourselves doing meditation. Even though when we do meditation, yes, it's powerful, but when we all do it in a small group, big or small group, have the same intention to do group healings, then it kind of magnifies the power that we can, and the frequencies, or the ease of accessing those high frequencies, so that it makes it much more plausible for everyone that is participating to be able to get to those high frequencies. And I know each time when Sifu James does the monthly group healing for us, I don't always attend. However, whenever I attend, I do get a lot out of it, because like for example, the most recent ones, it's when he is doing that, I can really let's say if I find that, okay, when I get to certain maybe when I get to eighth eye, I feel some things that is blocked, then I can actually clear it very easily, just because we were in a group setting, and it's just so much easier, and I can actually diagnose why I'm feeling the blocked energies. A lot of the times it's because of overthinking. So um, and when I'm on my own, I don't always get I don't always have that kind of big, I would say big aha moments to find out, oh, okay, because I'm overthinking, but because of the group energy. So it's actually much easier to, when I ask the questions, it's much easier to get an answer, because the energy is just so much more magnified than when I'm doing any meditation on my own. So it kind of helps me to clear my own things, and also to self-diagnose. So that's what I use the group healings for, and that's what I would like to offer all of you here, is when we are doing group healing here, is use this opportunity to clear energies, that set intention for yourself. I know we usually have a group intention. For example, the group intention this evening is to um, clear any life purpose confusion. However, you can add in your own as well. Maybe you want to have specific aligning your own life purpose as well. So have your own intention every time that we are having a group healing, so that you can get the most out of each session. And so one of the things I want to go over, because the intention for this group healing is really to empower all of you to be able to do this on your own, to access your own soul energy, to so that when you are on your own meditating, you can also get to open the eighth eye, ninth eye, go to oneness, infinity, all those eyes. So a couple of things I want to actually just share screen so that we can go through those. Hang on. Okay, so I just this is some a diagram that I send you guys a few weeks ago, or more than a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago. So I just want to go back to this to illustrate a couple of things. First is when I'm doing when I'm going to do the meditation and group healing with you, I would say things like real eye, and also 4-inch, 8-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch. So I just want to kind of draw your attention to what those are. So here, the 4-inch plane is actually for emotional. So it's activating your emotional body. And then the 8-inch is the mental body. And then this 10-inch is where the access to your own spiritual being. And then 12-inch is really cosmic. So when you when you activate the 12-inch plane, you're actually allowing yourself to welcome in cosmic energies. Okay, so that's one thing I want to. And the other thing I want to also mention to all of you is so the eighth eye, from the eighth eye onwards. So eighth eye, unity, ninth eye, and the infinite eye, those are really beyond the body. So that's why it's good to do it in a group setting, because when it's on your own body, it's very easy for each one of you to kind of notice whether whether your fifth eye is activated or not, because you can feel when the fifth eye is activated. You can feel that on the left hand, middle of your palm, it is pulsing, or it's what was that? It's also the ultimate power point. So those are the 2 points. And that is, when it's pulsing, it means that actually that's the sixth eye. So sorry, I'm confused again. So fifth eye is really the left palm, and then also it is the in the middle of the forehead, just about the hairline. So those 2 points. And why are there 2 points? I also want to point out is because fourth eye, fifth eye, sixth eye, and seventh eye. So those are all within the body. The things that are within the body, they have 2 locations. One is for activating the physical part of it, and the other one is for activating the spiritual part of it, because we are spirit experiencing this reality through our body. So that's why there are 2 points. One point, for example, the fifth eye again. The fifth eye, the first point is the left hand in the middle of the palm. That is for that's for the physical part of it. So when you want to receive information that is about physical part of your body for the fifth eye, then you are receiving those information through the middle of your palm on your left side. If it's for spiritual information for the fifth eye, then you're receiving it through the middle of your forehead, around the hairline. So that's where the information is going to come in. When the information comes in, you're receiving it, that's part of your head is pulsating. So that's why the 4th, 5th, 6th, and the 7th has 2 locations. Okay, so any questions so far?
No.
No? All is good. Okay, wonderful. What else do I want to mention for this? There is, oh, okay. So, I want to go back to actually I. Um, actually, I want to go back again to talk about I. So what do I mean by I? Because we have physical eyes that we see, and then we also have third eye, fourth eye, real eyes. So those eyes. So what do I mean by I? So I quite remember whether I've explained that to all of you. So I really means awareness or consciousness. Okay, so our physical eyes, it actually pulls in energy so that we can see what's going on. So all the other eyes, like the real eye, is where the soul, so the real eyes is also called the soul eye. That is where we receive information about our soul. Okay, so our soul communicates with us and also with the outside through the real eye. So that's where the awareness from our soul goes in and out. The information goes both ways. It goes out and also goes in as well. So we take in information and also sends out information as well. So the fourth eye is really a level of if we go back to, let me share screen again. We go back to that diagram. So the fourth eye is about resolving. So fourth eye is resolving physical and emotional imbalances. So the physical part, which is the middle of the right palm. So that's where the information about physical issues and emotional issues in any imbalance. So information about those things is going to go into the right palm, middle of your right palm. Okay, for more spiritual information for the fourth eye, it will go through in the middle of your forehead, just above your eyebrow. So above, just above the third eye. So information goes in from there for spiritual things. So information about spiritual realm. Okay. And then for fifth, it gives you the information about physical energy and how to reset it. It also gives you that the power to be able to resolve and reset physical energies and also spiritual as well, depending on whether it's the physical fifth eye or the spiritual fifth eye, and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to read all of this. I just want to let you know that, each of these eyes is actually giving you a ability to be aware of certain energies. So when you open that eye, you are really allowing and activating that ability, that innate ability that you already have. So that's why when we go through the meditation for group healings, I would like activate all these different parts. Okay, so because specifically today we're talking about the life purpose confusion and also life purpose alignment as well. So those are more on the spiritual side. So that's why when we it's really important to open the upper eyes, which is the eighth eye, the unity eye, ninth eye, and the infinite eye. So those four ones. It's really important to open those four. And when those four are open, activated, and so it's much easier for you to be able to get guidance. Whenever you don't really hear any guidance from your higher self, then it's usually because one of these layers from the eighth eye onwards, one of these layers is somehow not being activated, or it's kind of something is blocking there. Okay, so when we are doing the group healing, so just set the intention that I would suggest all of you set the intention to use the group energy to clear anything that is blocking you from receiving guidance from your own higher self, because these are really the gateways for those guidance to come in to you. And what else do I want to talk about here? Okay, I think that's about it on this slide. Any questions on this slide? Any?
I guess at the end you will we can discuss why life purpose changes because of the higher energy. So maybe we'll leave that at the end.
Why?
And how, like it's hard even to know what the life purpose is, not even bringing that it changes because of these high energies now.
Just so, especially for this group, I say this because we're not young kids anymore. So especially those of us that are born before 1987. So 1987, something magical happened. It's something called the harmonic convergence. So it's something that actually it affects everyone, not just people on Earth. It actually affects everyone probably in the universe. So it is really it's a signal for the whole universe that we are going to move to a higher plane of existence. So that's why Earth is included as well. And so that's why we're able to clear so many things in the last, I don't know. It seems like we've been clearing forever, but actually a lot of the times we clear some things, but it's still the way our programs are kind of set up is that it's all linked. It's all interlinked. So when we work on releasing it on the mental level, we also have to release it on the emotional level, the physical level. And so and if we just do one and not the other, then it does not really go away. And when we do, that's why, it's a lot of times it seems like I cleared that already. How come it's still there? How come I still feel this? It's because it's the way that we are not just, we don't just have one physical body. We have emotional body, we have mental bodies, and we need to be able to clear all of those. And that's why the soul energy is so helpful and powerful, is because when we access the soul energy, is actually we especially if we have the eighth eye, the unity eye, and all those, higher eyes open, the quality and the quantity of the energies coming in is much better than when we are just doing it on the human level, on the body level. So let's see. Why we have this change? Before we come to this playground, we all have, a list of experiences, or life purpose, also known as life purpose, that we have kind of planned out. We may have planned 5 things, and then, however, it depends on how prepared we are as a spiritual being to be in this body and in this kind of environment, because Earth is not an easy environment. So when we are here, once we got here, like the in the spirit form, we can plan all we want. But once we got here, of the 5 things that we have planned, we may only be able to get through, I don't know, 2 or 3 of them. And we kind of stuck. It's because of all these programming that is preventing us. It's not a failure, because we still get to do like we still get to focus on 2 or 3 of the experiences that we want. However, now that the energies is kind of shifting, and we have a lot more help for us to let go of the emotional, mental part of the programs, is that we can actually do more now. So that's what I mean by like, maybe for like the first 40, 50, I don't know how many years of your life, you can only focus on half of the things. But because the energies has shifted, and it allowed you to go and do and focus on whatever it is that you may not have been able to get to so far. That is one reason why we may have our life purpose shifted. And the other way is that because it's not just energy is shifting, is actually everyone is shifting. The whole universe is shifting. So we are very supported. We are all supported to play this life game at a much more exciting way. So we're still getting through the letting go part. So it may not look very promising yet. However, if you really stay quiet and do meditation, you would sense that the energy now is actually less dense. It is so much easier to get through, to shift gear now. It actually is. And if you're not sensing it now, I really highly suggest that you um, do the soul energy, because I think even last year I've been starting to talk about how to activate your own real eye, how to activate the orb, and also to spin your own orb. So when you spin your own orb, it actually, when you spin, you can release negative energies, or energies that does not serve you anymore, so much easier. So use those those kind of methods to start to clean up. The more you clean yourself up, then it actually allows you to um, stay open to cosmic energies much easier and be able to hear messages for yourself much easier. And one thing about hearing guidance is that your own inner guidance, don't think of it in your own inner guidance as, it's I can share that my own complaints about inner guidance is that it's such a it's such a small, quiet voice that it's like if I don't pay attention, then I would have missed it. So that's always my complaints about the inner guidance. It's like I really have to listen in order to hear it. However, that's the point of the inner guidance, is that the inner guidance is always going to be, or it is at first, is always going to be to sound like it's a very quiet voice. But the more you set your intention to listen for that quiet voice, then that voice would start to actually get louder and get stronger. However, you have to first set that intention to pay attention to the small voices.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So you said to activate orb, and it's supposed to spin
Yeah.
counterclockwise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to give the command to clean or clean negative energy,
So
or do it by itself?
two things we can do. One is to so not mine, release,
Oh,
activate.
okay.
Remember those two? Not mine, release,
Yeah.
activate. Or you can say like present life, karma, release, activate. Or if you want to go to past life, then like first past life, release, activate. You can do those.
How fast we forget everything. Also, about that picture, is if we going to activate fourth eye, fifth eye, six, seven, should I give the command? Or it's enough when we activate, it's gonna clean you by itself? Or again, I have to do like not mind release activate.
I would suggest at first is to do that, is to say it.
Mhm.
But so let's say fourth eye. So fourth eye, the middle of the right palm, and then also it is just above the third eye. So that's the spiritual part, and this is the physical part. So at first, just say it, and then don't just say it. Also feel the pulse as well. Just pay attention when it's activated, just as to feel that, the middle of your right palm is actually, you feel that there's a pulse there. There's something there. You feel that it is active. So say it, because it is because we are in human form, so sound actually has a vibration. When you actually hear it, it actually is much stronger, easier for that part of your body to actually do whatever it is that you want it to do. So I would suggest that you at first, especially at first, do that and actually just wait for it. Wait for it. So the spiritual part of the fourth eye is here. So after a while, when you actually is when your body is just knows, and it is actually it knows what to do, or it knows how to access those energies, then you just hold that intention. You don't actually have to say it anymore, but you still have to check as well. Check to see, let's say if I just have the intention that I want to activate the physical part of the fourth eye. So just make sure that you feel something in the right palm. So after a while though, you don't even have to be as conscious about it. But
So if I need to heal something in a body, I have to feel it here. If I need to heal my in a spirit, like emotions, I have to activate here and fourth inch, right?
fourth inch, yeah. That's 4-inch plane. That is the Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Any other comments, questions? Okay, so if not, then let's go to the